Hey y'all, this is Tara. How are you doing today? I really couldn't wait to get on here and talk to you guys. Hopefully, it won't be as long. I do have my notes, and they're not a lot of notes. Um, so, gosh, I watched a video today by the Zero Carb Life lady. I can't remember her name. She's really good. I'm going to put the video down below because I think it's helpful. Now, I don't. I'm not zero carb. I am keto, super low carb. Um, that may change. I don't know, but that's not the point of this right now. She had really good advice in that video that I think will be beneficial to you, whether you're a vegan or a carnivore. Okay, no matter what. So I wanted to talk today. I went out to my house that I clean an hour and a half away once every 2 weeks, and I'm cleaning the bathroom, cleaning it, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a scale in here. Like I've said, I don't have a scale and I have no idea. And one of the places that I go clean at has like a body thingy that you can get on, and it tells you all the things. Um, and that one just doesn't have a charge or whatever. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, this one's a regular old fashioned scale that you just get on. And I'm like, all right, let me get on there. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life, ever. Um, Over the winter, when I quit drinking and started taking up not complex, empty carbs. They're not complex. Empty carbs on a regular to help me kind of just move over those cravings for alcohol. Um, like when I look at when I am keto or low carb, it was insane amount of carbs. So, but probably not that far off of some people would consider it normal to have that. So I always had some sort of dessert. There's a baker that lives around here, and she sells her wares to the local stores, and they're homemade. Like you can read the ingredients, and you know what that is. There's nothing in it like you would get from a processed snack you would get on the little Debbie's rack or something. It's good stuff. Homemade country good stuff. And I'd get one of those treats every day. 2 times over the winter, I can't even remember the name of it. Gelato. Twice I got it. I nearly fell down after I read how many carbs were in it. The first time I got it, and I still got it one more time over the winter. That is a lot. Um, so basically, all winter long, when I wasn't drinking, is I would have a sweet, and I would have also I would often do like corn chips with sour cream, or if I was feeling ultra heavy that day, I would do pork rinds because those are keto. Well, I guess that's great if they're keto, but when you're eating a sweet every day. Anyway, I gained, I would say, 35 pounds. 35 pounds this winter. That's insanity. I knew it was a lot. And because when I realized like my clothes are all wore out, they're just wore out. And I knew it was time for me to go ahead and get some clothes. And I was caught up on my rent and doing pretty good. And I'm like, all right, we're still not buying. I don't even know how long it was ago. Still wasn't buying any alcohol. And I decided, you know what? Next time you go, I think it was the last oil change. I said, I'm going to go ahead and go get a couple pairs of pants. And knowing that I had gained some weight, I decided to buy the pants in a size up from where I was before I knew I gained weight. And I got these pants home, and they're really cute. And I was not going to return them. I was at first. And then I'm like, no. How fancy. You and your nails. I'm going to get you a nail file. Anyway, I put on these pants that are a size bigger than what I should be in at where I was anyway. Not should be. I should be in a much smaller size altogether. And no, they didn't fit. It was not something that I could even, like, I'm not the person that's going to squeeze myself into something that I don't fit into. So it wasn't, I'm not doing that. And I was like, whoa, holy smokes. That's bad. And so I just decided to keep them. And I've been working on this whole kind of idea, knowing that I had to quit eating these sweets. And when I finally agreed to, with myself and with God, to quit drinking the alcohol, my body kind of went into high gear with pain. And now, like I've said before, I've been in pain for years. But this is extra, you know? And so it forced me, and like literally I'd have dreams of your joints just need movement. They just need to shake. Thus the vibration plate, which I'm going to be doing later on. Your joints need fat. Not fat all packed around them, but your joints are thirsty for fat. So I knew I had to go back to keto, and here I am. And it's been a week at least, and I am not bad. And I can't believe it took so long for me to start. So I'm going to tell y'all how much this woman weighs. And then I went on Zero Carb Life's suggested weight ratio where I should be. It says I should be 120 pounds. It does not say anywhere from 110 to 130. It says 120. Okay. Well, I've got my work cut out for me. And I started to feel mad and upset. And then I started watching that video as I was driving home. I listened to videos while I was driving home. And I stopped feeling so sad, or what is that? Sorry for yourself kind of thing. Because if I don't start, or like I already have, if I don't start, where am I going to be in 20 years? I already feel like a 75-year-old. You know what I mean? So I'm going to tell you how much I weigh, and I cannot even believe it. I can't even believe it. I am 255.4 pounds. No wonder a size up from where I was doesn't fit. Holy moly, that's a lot. No wonder my knees are killing me. No wonder my hips feel like they're going to explode. No wonder. I am way too heavy. That is just awful. So I just figured I'd tell you that. So I wanted to kind of point out a couple of things. Like she was talking about the yeah buts. Okay, and it's really cool. Some people, like she does carnivore coaching. She's all carnivore. She doesn't talk about any carbs. She doesn't do them at all. And that's fine with me. I don't give a shit. I love it. She's talking to people that hit plateaus in their carnivore journey. And she was talking to one person, and they were like, I know how to drop weight, and I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. And she was like, oh, you do you? She's like, yeah. I could drop 20 pounds for an event or whatever. And she's like, so if that was working out for you, then why are you carnivore? What about the non-scale wins? What about those? And this lady, she's been, I wish I knew her. I'm going to get her name. She's been carnivore for 15 years. Okay. 15 years is a long time. She is 46 or 48 years old now, one or the other. She looks like she's 32. Probably looks younger than that, but I'm going to say she looks 32 to me. Um, she's very thin, and it's awesome. She's great. She's strong. She does a lot of walking. She weight lifts, and she eats meat. That's what she does. And she talked about over those 15 years, there's a lot of times where she plateaued and stopped losing weight. And she found that every time that she plateaued, actually is when her skin started to shrink in around her body. So you know how some people will lose weight really fast, or they'll do like a gastric bypass, or there's a lot of ways that you can lose weight really fast, and your body will have a lot of extra skin. People have to get surgeries and stuff. And every time that she plateaued, she realized that her skin was tightening up. So she's never had to have surgery. She has zero flabby skin at all on her body because that's what it is. About halfway through it is when she was about 30 pounds away from where she is now. And just, kind of think like if she hadn't started and continued on with that no fat, high sugar diet like everybody was doing in the 90s, where everything was diet or fat-free salad dressing and literally loaded with sugar, and you're pouring it over your salad and you're starving to death because you're not having the nutrients that you need if you're doing that all the time. And just she had boils, she had severe IBS, she had what was she had numerous things that she talked about. Seriously bad pain in her joints. All these things that she was able to focus during her time, and she's at maintenance weight at 3,000 calories a day. 3,000 calories a day, and she's a pin. She's a pin. A muscular pin because she works out and she eats meat. It was the but I may still be this weight, but I don't have my knee pain, or but I don't have boils on my butt, and but I don't have irritable bowel syndrome, and I don't have to run to the bathroom anymore. But all these different things. And when I'm listening to this, I'm thinking to myself, 15 years, man, 15 years. I'm going to be 70 years old. Talk about feeling sorry for myself. Holy shit. Don't wait, guys. Don't wait. So, I am cooking some carbs right now. I've got some mushrooms cooking in some lard, bacon fat, and some butter and a little bit of garlic. I'm going to add heavy cream and blue cheese to that. And I'm going to have a New York strip steak for dinner. And that's it. And then maybe have some carnivore ice cream later. I'm not going to stop because man, when they say the youth is wasted on the young, they aren't kidding around, are they? And the only reason why I'm not busted out in tears right now is because I have been around and interacted with many, many people 20 years older than me that would give anything to get back into my body, to get into that age, to my age. They would give anything. So, I'm not going to waste it anymore. I might not feel very youthful, but I am not 75 yet. I'm not. So, now I've got like salt in my eye. So now it's extra. But whatever. I'm not crying to death over here. I'm just like, wow, man. So I'm going to do some praying that all things. There's a reason why I'm here at this time in my life, right? And I trust God. And this feeling sorry for myself is it's Satan. Stay back, Satan. So I did look up some things that might be helpful to you. I don't know how old you are, but wherever you are in your life, start right this minute. So I started looking at people that saw success later in life. And we all know, I don't know if you know, the Harlan Sanders didn't start KFC until he was 62 years old. I believe he sold it 10 years after he went public for $2 million and died a millionaire. Grandma Moses, this got me excited because I didn't realize this. Grandma Moses, if you don't know who she is, she's an iconic New England painter. There's just, it's really nice. Country scenes, it's just really cool. I really like it. She didn't learn how to paint or start painting until she was 62. That is 7 years older than I am right now. So, Martha Stewart was 49 years old when her magazine first came out, and she wasn't on TV for her show until 50. That's pretty great. And she is raging out there right now. She's doing great. Even though they tried to lock her up. Or they did lock her up. But what the fuck is that? Anyway. Webster's dictionaries, you know, the dictionary you got that you've been looking at all your whole life. Mr. Webster didn't get that published until he was 70 years old. Julia Child, famous chef. She also was very famous for very heavy fat cooking. Her show didn't air until she was 51 years old. Those are just a couple. There's a lot more, and there's a lot more. Like the guy that invented ramen noodles or invented that, he was like, I don't even know. He was very old when he did it and made a lot of money doing it. Now, this is not a money show here. This is definitely not. It's not about how much success other people perceive you have. Like those people, these are perceptions that we have of that. It's about you and what you feel is success. And my body is so important. If I'm going to be alive here on this planet with you, I need to do a lot better with myself. God gave me this body, and I've got to do better. And so that was really as sorry for myself as I feel today. And I'm going to give it, it's okay. I feel sorry for myself. There's no turning back, man. By the time I'm 55, that's about 8 months away, 6 months away. I hope to be at least 50 pounds less than I am right now. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's all there is to it. So don't wait on anything, okay? And when you want to let go of something like drinking or whatever it is, don't wait. If you want to improve your body, don't wait. Because you might end up in a position where you're like 54 years old, the biggest you've ever been, and it hurts too much that you can't even go for a walk. And you know that you're going to be alive a long time. Are you going to be alive in a bed at a nursing home? That's not a good spot. Or are you going to be alive until it's time to go meet your father? So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Super short. If you look up anybody, maybe you know someone over 50, or I don't even care how old they are. I just want to hear success stories of people that turned it around. I don't care if they're 15 years old when they turned it around or if they're 65 when they turned it around. I want to know about them. So if you've got any success stories that you know about, I don't. I whatever you think their success is. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So important. And Benjamin Franklin was 70 years old when he signed the Declaration of Independence. 70. All right. It's time for me to look at this. Look at this beautiful stuff. It's, I think it's slightly over 48 hours at Kiefer, maybe longer, maybe 36. No, it's not 36. It's 48 plus. I'm excited. Really excited. So I got to drain that. I should probably turn off my mushrooms because I'm not going to do that for a minute. And the puppy and the kitty cat are ready for their dinner. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. 255.4 pounds on a body that is 5'4". I'm a big bone girl, but by the measure of healthy body weight for somebody my height, I should be 120 pounds. That's crazy. We'll see when we get close. I might be just fine with this. Because I have a feeling as I lose weight and I give my joints a break and I start feeling better, I have a feeling that I'm going to be a lot about my muscle mass is going to be, and that's heavier. I'm going to want to be very fit. Pretty sure of that. But for now, it's just about getting out of pain first so that I can work harder and do more and give more. Right, Fancy? She loves me. All right. I'll see you guys on the other side. I love you long time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. See you tomorrow, probably. Bye.